now let's talk about Bronco Sport for a second. I did a video earlier today. Maybe you hadn't had a chance to watch it, but go back and watch it. Let's go. Actually, let me see. Let me add this. I think it's here still. I shared it earlier. There we go. All right. So Bronco Sport, you can see it right there. So it is the building price is up. It's ready. It's going. It's seems pretty accurate. Prices are there. So we have no base trim this year. So took away base trim. They also took away the Heritage Edition, the Heritage Limited Edition, I should say. So we thought that was going to be a 23 and 24 like the Bronco. It is not. Limited edition, the Heritage Limited was a 1-year run, only 23. So 1,966 of those. Heritage Limited Edition is not available this year, as well as the base edition is not available. But we do have a new trim. It is the freewheeling. I'm going to say freewheeling. Freewheeling. So
Free Willy.
Freewheeling package is there. You can see same price as a Heritage Edition, by the way, $30 more, I guess. Now, both the Heritage and the Freewheeling Edition is based off of the Big Ben trim. So it takes the Big Ben and then you add different look to the two to get those. So just let you know that. Outer Banks also is still available this year. Evidently, okay, so some of you that followed us for a while, you know, Job 2 for 23 on the Bronco Sport removed the black roof as standard on the Outer Banks and the Badlands. It was body colored roof. You guys remember that? Some of you, you're going to start seeing some out there going, wait a minute, that looks like Outer Banks, but why has it got a body color roof? Didn't know that was an option. That's a Job 2. Well, evidently they found a supply of shadow black paint now, because not only does the Outer Banks and Badlands come standard with the black roof again, so does the Freewheeling Edition, and so does the black appearance package on the Big Ben. So they found some paint somewhere. So whoever supplies their paint, they came through for them for 24 and said, we can give you some paint. So because that's there. Something I will tell you some things that I found that Ford did not. So what Ford does on the order guide is they tell us there's a page that says major product changes. Actually, it looks just like this. Major product changes, right? And it tells you here's the things that have changed. And you'll notice, you see my notes? See that wind's blowing that. So there's my notes. There are things that they did not tell us about because I go through the order guide step by step, and they did not mention the black painted roof switching back, but I found that. They told us new colors, so we have Azure Gray and Desert Sand. And for those of you that are on the Maverick bandwagon, Desert Sand is the same thing as Terrain, same color code, just different names. Just like what the Mustang did with that one color. It was the same as the Cactus Gray.
Oh, yes.
Flight Gray. It's the same thing as Cactus Gray. Anyway, deleted colors, Alto Blue, Area 51, Cyber Orange, Peak Blue, and Yellowstone, because those were Heritage Limited colors. Those are all gone. So the same as the Bronco or the Maverick. Still don't know why we don't see an Eruption Green in Maverick. Come on. We need to start a petition, right? So there you go. Those are new colors for this year. So also one thing I found, if you watch the video, I mentioned this. First of all, the spot. Does anybody think that looks like Eruption Green? I mean, come on.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's supposed to be Eruption Green, but look at the color. It looks like a lime green. I was like, oh, they got a new color, light green.
On your screen, but on my screen, it looks like Eruption Green.
Well, the color of the vehicle does, but the little dot doesn't. Anyway, so also, if you go to the interior last year, and maybe I'm wrong, somebody can correct me, but I thought you had an option. Okay, here's the funny. Check this out. Interior colors, ebony and Area 51. But you can't get Area 51 exterior. Maybe you should have renamed this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go Navy Pier. Just call it Navy Pier instead of Area 51. You just took it away. Now you're going to just poke them a little bit more and say, no, you can't get Area 51 exterior, but you can on the interior. Anyway, sorry, I have to think of those things. The active orange was an option last year on the cloth seats, and I don't see that this year. So that was not listed, but it was on there last year. So you can't get active orange with the cloth. So, and then of course your leather is the roast, but Anyway, I digress. What else? They took away the keypad just like they did on the Maverick, and it's no longer there. Go to any of these builds, you don't see it. So that is gone. Even your Outer Banks, no keypad entry. So they removed that, and that was not listed on this page. They wanted to smooth things over and maybe hope that maybe people wouldn't notice. Keypad entry, also windshield wiper de-icers are gone again, just like on the Maverick. So evidently, Hermosillo isn't getting keypads and windshield wiper de-icers at their factory. 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot's been removed as well. And something I noticed on the order guide, and maybe Ragnarcon can correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't see in 23 we saw the wording zipper pockets. So on the back of those seats you get the Molly strap system with the zipper pockets on the. It was part of the convenience package on the Big Ben and also standard on Outer Banks and the Heritage Edition. But when I looked at the order guide for 24, I did not see that wording zipper pockets at all. But it's still there for the Badlands Edition. So we'll have to see. I maybe need to send an email out to the brand manager and see if that's wrong or whatever. But there you go. But the new we do have, and we did cover a couple of new packages. Of course, the Big Ben, you can get the black appearance package now. You can still get the black diamond package, so these are not compatible with each other. You pick one or the other. But black appearance package, you select that, you can kind of see you get the black painted roof, black wheels, black grill with the black. So if you're one of those that like the base trim, maybe you add this because it gives you the look. If you like, hey, I like the look of the base trim, I like the black grill and the black wording up there. Well, go with the black appearance package. You get that look there on the front and the back, and then you get the black painted roof and the black wheels and black interior. So you don't have to deal with the navy pier interior or Area 51, whatever it is. Anyway, so there you go. Those are both available. So, but you can't get them together. So see if they got it here. There you go. So it tells us to switch from that. But black diamond package does require that there. So there you go. It's not what color I chose, but I do have one on order. You guys gotta help me out whether or not I change. Ooh, that looks pretty good. The desert sand with that package looks pretty good. Kind of liking that, but that's not available in 23 when I ordered. Anyway, ooh, that is not cactus gray, folks. That is not. So my screen is my screen off. That's what it looks like on the video. That looks like a light blue.
That's what it looks like on mine.
That is not cactus gray, folks. Y'all need some help there. Okay. Anyway, all right. That's enough of that. So let's go back. So we're down there talking about the Bronco Sport, but there you go. Freewheeling package looks pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think about the red wheels, but anyway, there we go. Any questions on any of that?
Not really.
So Ultra Nation had a really good discussion, I thought, last night about the Bronco Sport. Is it a Bronco? I'm not going to sit here and debate with people, but I think it is. I've seen it do some things. So we at the Bronco Supercell Wisconsin, we again we had someone that had a Bronco, two-door Bronco without the rear diff, locking rear diff, and he could not get up one of the hills. But this Bronco Sport Badlands went through that as well as the other part that was difficult as well. That they said, oh, if you don't have a rear lock, you're not going to get through this. And that Badlands Bronco Sport went right through it. So I guess depending on your trim, I've also seen some people with a Big Ben Bronco Sport handle the trails just fine. I guess, I was tempted whether or not I was going to. I have a Bronco Sport on order because I wanted to get one with the off-road package. It was only available for retail orders. And just so I could do a video and then make it available to the public. But I'm thinking I might buy it now and take it out just to kind of do some videos, show people that it has the capabilities. It deserves the Bronco name, but that's my opinion. And I wave at them. So I see a Bronco Sport, which we see a lot of in town.
Yeah.
I wave at them.
My brother-in-law has one.
None of them wave back yet, but
no, my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law both have one.
Yes, your cousin has one.
My cousin
Heritage
has
Edition.
One. Yep.
I don't know. I think it is. I know that Stacy Lemoy, she's got a Bronco Sport. Her daughter does. And I think you are going to see some of that. And they had a really good. You got to check out their live stream because they did a really good job to talking about it. And even Dave, who a lot of people thought were going to be anti Bronco Sport, was kind of favoring towards that. And everybody was just, everybody in the chat were like, nope, it's not. But I think it deserves a name, just like the Bronco 2 had the Bronco name back then. So anyway, it is a smaller version, but again, it is still, you have family members, some that are bigger and some that are smaller. So in my opinion, we have the Bronco family, and you have a smaller Bronco. It's thinner. It can go through those trails a little bit better because it's smaller.
Yeah.
So it can hit the trails and do some of those narrow trails that maybe even the Bronco can't. So anyway, all right. So I won't talk anymore about that. And so we might be buying that. We might be trading the Lightning for a Bronco Sport, believe it or not, and take it out to Settle Creek and just see what it can do, and take the Bronco along with it. So
Ragnar says, if you don't want your Bronco Sport, then I'll trade you my Escape. Bronco Sport's just a baby.
The Bronco Sport does remind me a lot of the older Escapes.
We have Allie here.
Oh, Allie's in here.
Yeah,
they had a great discussion last night.
Yeah.
And Allie was kind of talking with us. So, I mean, go to a Bronco Off-Road. I don't know if they still do it now, but when the dealers went, when it launched, we got to drive the Bronco Sports. In fact, I didn't get to drive a Bronco then. I was kind of mad about it. And I got to drive the Bronco Sport through that. I mean, they're fun to drive, and they can handle it, especially the Badlands edition. So I'm curious to see the I think what I'm going to do with that off-road, the Black Diamond package one, is it's going to have those cool wheels. Is make sure to get some all-terrain tires. I'll probably put just about a half-inch lift on it, and might even send it over and get some leather put in it, like that we do our LMX4 packages.
I'm actually considering doing that instead of a Maverick in the future, only because it does look like the 2012 Escape body.
It does.
And I absolutely love 2012 Escapes. We have someone here that works here that has one, and I'm like, if you ever get rid of it, I will take it. He's like, nope, I'm driving it until it breaks down, and then I'll probably buy a Bronco Sport.
Yeah.
So that might be my next vehicle, but we probably won't be buying one for quite a while. So we have plans to, pay off the house. So
Allie's in here, so she's in All Train Nation. She's last night she was a host for a little while because their stream Dave's audio went out, which sometimes is a good thing. No, just kidding, Dave. Anyway, but yes, so again, like she says, not as extreme, but they do some stuff. So yes, I mean, the whole purpose, I believe, of the Bronco Sport and what Ford had said was, this is that Bronco that gets you to the campsite and gets you maybe, you want to go up in a little bit to some campsites, not really necessarily for serious off-roading, but maybe if you want to get to those campsites and such. I think it's a good version to be able to do that. It's someone that wants to be outdoors. You can put the bikes in the back. We did see they have a bike rack system that goes back there, lay the seats down. You can put bikes in there. There's some versatility, and there's definitely some outdoors. It has that built Ford tough layout and performance to get you where you want to go, and maybe not go on those high level 5 and above trails, although they said that the trail we were on was a 6 and that one handled it just fine. But we're gonna find out. So you might be seeing us taking a double Bronco to these events, Bronco and Bronco Sport, and just seeing what it'll do.
I think that would be fun. You and Mom ride in one, Lebo and I ride in the other, and we can have some fun.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about go over to any questions about that stuff right there, the dealer news updates.